actually cutting?
I don't see it as cutting at all. You know, my brother and I love each other. I love him deeply. There has been a lot of pain between the two of us, especially the last 6 years. None of anything that I've written and anything I've included is ever intended to hurt my family.
Last time we'll be living together.
It's been a fairly emotional experience. Well, bearing in mind I cook him and feed him basically every day, I think he's done rather well. He does do a bit of the washing up, then he leaves most of it in the sink, and then it comes back in the morning and I have to wash it up.
Oh, the lies.
Yeah. He snores a lot as well, keeps me out all night long.
Does give a full picture of the situation as we were growing up, and also squashes this idea that somehow my wife was the one that destroyed the relationship between these two brothers.
The quote in this book where you refer to your brother as your beloved brother and arch nemesis. Strong words. What did you mean by that?
There has always been this competition between us, weirdly. I think it really plays into, or is played by
Oh my God! It's freezing behind palace doors right now. And not because of the weather. Prince William? He's not just playing it cool. He's putting up a literal ice wall between himself and Harry. Like, full-on, do not disturb mode. And while Harry and Meghan keep popping up in the press like clockwork, William, he's giving us stone-cold silence but with royal finesse. No interviews, no dramatic statements, just firm lines drawn and a future-first attitude. This isn't passive, this is power. But hold up, what's really going down behind closed doors? Is the royal split totally unfixable now? Let's break it all down. Because this move from William, it's louder than any tell-all book or Netflix deal. The drama is on, but this time, it's not Harry in the headlines. It's big bro William and the steel wall he's quietly building. Like, you can literally feel the tension. No interviews, no statements, not even a whisper. Just pure, strategic silence. And that silence, it's screaming everything.
Even when you were in the same school, in high school,
sibling rivalry.
your brother told you, pretend we don't know each other.
Yeah, and at the time it hurt. I couldn't make sense of it. I was like, what do you mean? We're now at the same school. Like, I haven't seen you for ages. Now we get to hang out together? He's like, no, when we're at school, we don't know each other. And I took that personally. But yes, you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head. Like, we had a very similar traumatic experience. And then we dealt with it two very different ways.
William tried to talk to you
about if he will attend his father, King Charles III's coronation in May.
I don't know how staying silent is ever going to make things better.
If you're invited to the coronation, will you come?
There's a lot that can happen between now and then. But, you know, the door is always open. The ball is in their court. There's a lot to be discussed, and I really hope that they are willing to sit down and talk about it. She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
You and your brother both directly asked your dad not to marry Camilla.
Yes.
Why?
We didn't think it was necessary. We thought that it was going to cause more harm than good. I don't want history to repeat itself. I do not want to be a single dad. And I certainly don't want my children to have a life without a mother or a father. I was shouting back at him. It wasn't nice. It wasn't pleasant at all. And he snapped. And he pushed me to the floor.
He knocked you over.
He knocked me over. I landed on the dog bowl.
You cut your back.
Yeah, I cut my back. I didn't know that.
So here's where things got messy. Apparently, King Charles's aide had this top secret meeting with two people from Harry and Meghan's team. And boom, next thing you know, tabloids were spinning wild stories left and right. Want to know what made it extra shady? The press somehow found out just when Princess Catherine was out there absolutely serving looks at Wimbledon. Like, really? You want us to believe that timing was random? Nope, that smelled like classic Sussex strategy. A PR distraction 101. The royal watchers aren't buying the oops, what a coincidence narrative anymore.
But here...
I know. Hey, everybody. Right there, we have the author of the new bestseller, Spare. I'm here with Prince Harry. Prince Harry. Harry, I believe. you said I could call you Harry.
I actually said you can call me whatever you want.
Okay, well, obviously, because we're such dear friends. Now that I have read your book, I feel like we know each other very well, and we had a wonderful interview the other night that everyone acclaimed as groundbreaking. But the thing is that even after reading 400 pages of your book, there's only so much you can fit into 400 pages, and I feel like I don't know you as well as I'd like to. My team up there in the Late Show labs have come up with 15.
You have a lab here?
Oh, yes.
That explains a lot.
Yes. I'll hook you up. Now, my team has come up with 15 questions that are scientifically calculated to plumb the depths of anyone, to reveal their soul to the world as much as good as your book
The
is.
two of you, or are you quite different in taste of music?
We're quite similar.
Varies a bit.
I'd say his was pretty shocking, but mine was quite
really?
good. But apart from that, we tend to like pretty much the same music.
Yeah. These two, so you play this stuff, and I'm sitting there going, downstairs somewhere. It's a whole place. It's just like houses up and down the country.
Yeah.
Turn that racket down. Yeah.
And you've had on.
But guess who was totally missing from that whole headline mess? William, not at the meeting, not mentioned in the drama, not even in the background, nothing. And you know what? That absence, that was the move. Some palace insiders whispered he didn't even know it was happening. Others said he knew and just straight up ignored it. Either way, message received, William is over it, like completely.
All I can hear is her laugh in my head. And that sort of crazy laugh of where there was just pure happiness shown on her face.
In just-released photos and a new documentary, Princes William and Harry are sharing their favorite childhood memories of their mother.
Hold up, there's several conversations. There's a conversation with you,
with Harry,
about how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean.
People close to the palace are saying William doesn't even bring up Harry's name anymore. He doesn't ask, he doesn't care. Total blackout. And honestly, can you blame him? After years of public messes, interviews, tell-alls, and what insiders are calling outright betrayal, William's silence? That's not sibling drama anymore. That's full-on strategy. He's not just protecting his peace, he's shielding his kids, his image, and the crown itself from the storm cloud that follows Harry and Meghan everywhere. William's silence isn't cold, it's calculated. Because in a world where every word becomes a headline, saying nothing is the ultimate mic drop.
You know, my brother and I love each other. I love him deeply. There has been a lot of pain between the two of us, especially the last 6 years. He was shouting at me, I was shouting back at him. It wasn't nice, it wasn't pleasant at all. And he snapped, and he pushed me to the floor.
He knocked you over.
He knocked me over. I landed on the dog bowl.
You cut your back.
Yeah, I cut my back. I didn't know about it at the time. She goes, what's that? I was like, what? I actually didn't know what she was talking about. I looked in the mirror, I was like,
What's wild is how all this feels like it's ripped straight out of Meghan's old Hollywood PR playbook. We've seen this before. Stir up headlines during someone else's big moment, then claim it was all just coincidence? Please. Look at the timeline. 4 days passed between that shady meeting and when it leaked to the press. Just enough time to hijack the spotlight from Catherine's flawless Wimbledon moment. And can we talk about that dress? The custom self-portrait one? She looked like royalty reincarnated. It should have been her headlines. Instead, drama. Again. The timing? Too perfect to ignore. The public's not stupid anymore. It reeks of distraction.
Was the move about getting away from the UK press, because the press is, you know, is everywhere, or was the move because you weren't getting enough support from the firm?
it was both.
Both.
I needed to do this for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could see where this was headed.
They didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security.
What?
It was really hard. Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time, and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, especially, because I know how much loss he suffered.
Now here's the kicker. After that shady little meeting, the press suddenly starts calling Meghan and Harry's people their household staff. Hold up. Since when? Harry doesn't even have a formal royal household anymore. He's not a working royal. There's no palace hierarchy backing him. It's branding, smoke, and mirrors. Calling their little team a household is like calling your Uber driver your personal chauffeur. It's giving delusion. But back to William, because that's where the real game is being played. His refusal to even acknowledge the Sussexes? That's a full-on PR fortress. By staying completely out of the mess, William and Catherine keep themselves squeaky clean. No strings, no blame, no drama. And that distance, it's saving their image.
You write about a contentious meeting you had with him in 2021. You said, I looked at Willie, really looked at him, maybe for the first time since we were boys. I took it all in. His familiar scowl, which had always been his default in dealings with me, his alarming baldness, more advanced than my own, his famous resemblance to Mummy, which was fading with time, with age. It's pretty cutting.
I don't see it as cutting at all. You know, my brother and I love each other. I love him deeply. There has been a lot of pain between the two of us, especially the last 6 years. None of anything that I've written and anything I've included is ever intended to hurt my family. But it does give a full picture of the situation as we were growing up.
And guess what? It's working. William is now seen as the calm, grounded royal. No tabloid antics, no chaotic headlines, just consistency, class, and duty. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan are jumping from docuseries to podcast to memoir. It's all a bit much. The contrast is crystal clear. The Wales family is locked into the long game, and silence is their secret weapon. Dignified distance. That's what's winning hearts right now. But
pain feels like my father and my brother, they are trapped. They don't get to leave. And I have huge compassion for that.
Hold up.
There's
Stop
several
right now.
There's several conversations.
There's a
about
conversation with you,
with Harry,
about how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable with that.
William's not just stepping back, he's taking control. This is about shaping the next chapter of the monarchy. And let's be real, there's no room in that chapter for people treating royal duty like it's a Netflix series. William isn't being subtle. He's making it clear this isn't Hollywood, it's Buckingham Palace. Get with the legacy, or get out.
The Prince's trust.
You're very kind, thank you very much.
Tell us how...
I can't believe it is 30 years. Do you know that
30
thing?
years.
It is rather worrying. But I'm still alive.
Tell us about the different ways the Trust supports young people all over the UK.
Well, as I say, over 30 years, we've tried to find ways, you know, meeting the particular needs.
Since day one, Harry and Meghan's vibe has been more Beverly Hills than Buckingham. Private jets, red carpet deals, big money media moves. William, on the other hand, he's been laser focused on legacy. Quiet, steady, poised, giving us future king vibes without the drama. And here's the twist. It's not just a family feud anymore. It's a battle of brands. And right now, silence is dominating.
And they're now turning over 30 million pounds a year. And they've got offices, you know, in Los Angeles and New York. And
brilliant.
I mean, they are fantastic. It's called Attic.
Right.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, you must be.
Now, the media nowadays often tends to demonise young people, and you know, with terms like hoodies and thugs and things like that. I mean, they're all myths that the Trust has tried to dispel and to try and give young people back their self-esteem.
Exactly. But I mean, again, it's very easy, isn't it, to create stereotypes. I just know that there are a lot of people who appear like that, but underneath it all are actually uncertain and unsure of themselves and perhaps insecure. And as I say, all it needs a lot of the time is to provide them with motivation and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Insiders say William isn't just done emotionally, he's officially cutting ties. No invites, no parades, no balcony moments, no surprise Sandringham strolls, not even a garden party cameo. This isn't petty, it's boundaries. And guess what? King Charles is reportedly backing it. That's huge. William's got pull. And he's using it to protect the monarchy from the circus. Because once you start mixing personal pain with public duty, the whole thing crumbles. And William, he's not letting that happen.
William and Harry are keeping you in touch with what's relevant today and what's in fashion.
Right. I'm sure they think they're very important. No, I do. I mean, they are very good at keeping me in touch with what's going on a bit. And particularly on the sort of music front and things like that. I can't keep up with all the different new bands and everything else that bob up on the scene.
One you did miss was PJ and Duncan. They were very good.
No, they were.
When I was at school,
Sir, they were
loved them,
brilliant.
definitely. That's those
They
two.
were. we had a very brief music career a few years ago. Very life.
And you want to talk about PR genius? William's silence isn't just calm, it's surgical. With every no-show, with every not today, Satan moment, he's pulling the rug right out from under Harry and Meghan's go-to move. Blame William, bash Catherine, repeat. There's no fuel for the fire anymore. No comments, no photos, nothing. So now, Harry and Meghan have nobody to target. Remember when Harry threw that not-so-subtle shade, claiming he was trying to protect the Queen from the wrong people around her? Like, who do you think he meant? But that old playbook? Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. William isn't even on the field. He's untouchable now. And you can't throw punches at someone who's not even in the ring. That's silence, that's game, set, and match. Don't be fooled. Just because William's not speaking doesn't mean the Waleses are sitting around twiddling their thumbs. Nope. William and Catherine are quietly owning their royal roles. While Harry and Meghan are busy chasing headlines, the Waleses are out here giving the monarchy a full-blown glow-up. Take Wimbledon. Catherine didn't just attend, she dominated. That crisp white dress, pure royal elegance, tailored, timeless, unapologetically queen-in-waiting. And then bam, she hits us with a cobalt blue number at the men's final. Modern, regal, confident. This wasn't just a style moment, it was a message. This is the future of the crown. And in that moment, Harry and Meghan's noise just faded into the background. While Catherine's turning heads and headlines with her grace, Harry and Meghan can't seem to dodge drama. Every time the Wales family makes a major appearance, suddenly there's a leak, a source, a weirdly timed photo release. It's like deja vu, but here's the thing. People are not buying it anymore. The timing is just too convenient, and the public's finally seeing the pattern. Harry and Meghan still playing the same tired game. Create noise, shift focus, control the story. But now, it's falling flat. The audience is tuning out. Meanwhile, William's approach, it's hitting different. He's not scrambling to respond or drop counter stories, he's just silent. And that silence? It's speaking volumes. This is where things get crystal clear. While Harry and Meghan jump from one platform to the next, docuseries, podcasts, interviews, William and Catherine are just showing up. No theatrics, no explanations, just presence. And the best part? Catherine's doing it all without saying a word. No social media wars, no press rebuttals, just one powerful, poised appearance after another. When she stepped onto the grass at Wimbledon, she didn't need to prove anything. The dress said it all. The poise said it all. The crown energy? Unmissable. That's why they win. That's why this is working. Here's where it gets deep. This isn't just about public image, it's about legacy. William and Catherine aren't just avoiding the drama, they're shielding their kids from it. While chaos swirls around Uncle Harry and Aunt Meghan, George, Charlotte, and Louis are being raised in a calm, protective bubble. No leaks, no scandals, just childhood. And that right there, that's the Wales family's biggest win. They're not reacting, they're leading, creating a peaceful future for the crown. Long-term strategy, not just PR, but real parenting, real foresight. William and Catherine aren't just the face of the monarchy's present, they're shaping its future. Let's flip back to the Sussex side for a sec, because while the Wales family is out here giving us masterclass level composure, Harry and Meghan, same. Old tactics. Suspiciously timed leaks, mysteriously released photos, anonymous sources whispering to tabloids. We've seen this play before, over and over. And that meeting with King Charles's aide? Don't even try to call that reconciliation. It was calculated. Photos taken days before, then conveniently dropped like a headline bomb. Healing? Please. That was PR, plain and simple. Even casual fans are picking up on the playbook. And the fact that Meghan's still chasing this crown-adjacent fantasy, it's just sad at this point. Let's be honest, when Catherine walks into a room, she doesn't have to act royal. She is royal. She doesn't need interviews or staged Instagram photos. She shows up and you know, that's royalty. Yes, Meghan's got fashion chops, but back in the UK, Catherine is the future queen. Period. And that white dress at Wimbledon, not just a look, it was a statement. Structured, elegant, powerful. Then came the cobalt blue, commanding, confident, but never screaming for attention. That's the difference. Catherine doesn't compete. She doesn't have to. Her presence alone is the moment. And here's the big finish. Power doesn't always come from what you say, it comes from what you don't say. While Harry and Meghan fight to control their narrative, William and Catherine stop playing the game completely. No interviews, no statements, no clapbacks, just clear boundaries and a royal calm that's louder than any scandal. That's real power. power. You know, my brother and I love each other. I love him deeply. There has been a lot of pain between the two of us, especially the last 6 years. He was shouting at me. I was shouting back. It wasn't pleasant, and he pushed me to the floor. He knocked you over? Yeah. I cut my back. I didn't even know about it. She said, "What's that?" And I was like, "What?" Looked in the mirror. Sorry. That clip might have tugged at heartstrings, but here's the real plot twist. While Harry and Meghan repeat the same chaotic loop, up, down, explode, repeat, William hasn't budged. No replies, no reactions, just distance. Because William isn't here for petty palace games anymore. He's playing the long game, the legacy game. If that means cutting off the drama and drawing a line in the royal sand, so be it. Stability over scandal, class over chaos, legacy over noise. That's the William way. Want more royalty? Stick around, because this drama, it's far from over. It's far from over.